After many thoughts about the goaltending situation for the Boston Bruins, it seems like everybody has finally agreed on what this plan should be, and it seems like this is in fact going to be the case. But I'm not going to talk about that here, as well as a return of Derek Forbort in his first game back in ages. He played excellent. I want to talk about his return and his process of getting back to his game, as well as just a few shout-outs at the end of the video from some of these players that we've been talking about in the comments, but I really haven't dedicated a full segment of a video to. So before we get into all of this news here, though, we noticed that 81% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all your Boston Bruins news, you're in the right spot. Make sure to hit the sub button. Join me here as we cover this team in what is going to be an amazing series against the Florida Panthers. Winning game 1, 5-1. I'm expecting this Boston Bruins team to come out firing again tomorrow. So make sure to hit the sub button. See what we have after that game, before the game as well, and we're going to be keeping you up to date with all of it. But like I said, let's get straight into this goaltending decision. This has been one that we've been talking about since well before the playoffs, and now at the beginning of round 2, it seems like we finally have our answer. This one first comes from Boston.com under their sports section. It says, but with performances and results triumphing all over all other factors at this point, it's written on the wall for Boston. Until further notice, this is Jeremy Swayman's net for the 2024 Stanley Cup playoffs. Following yet another stellar performance on Monday against the Panthers, 38 saves on 39 shots, Swayman is now 5-2 this postseason with an absurd .955 save percentage. That is incredible. You know, Jeremy Swayman, we have been hyping him up here this entire playoffs, deservedly, giving him his flowers, doing everything that we need to do to keep Jeremy Swayman in this series, in this game. You know, we've been trying our hardest to make sure that Jeremy Swayman plays when he needs to play. Not sure if anybody's listening to us, but I feel like we're being heard, guys. I really do. The amount of you know, emotion, dedication we've shown to Jeremy Swayman, much deserved. Hopefully, we have at least a 0.1% factor in this being the case. I highly doubt it. It would be cool to think about, but as you've seen from those stats, a .955 save percentage, 5-2, and a 143 goals against average in this playoffs, with 210 stopped shots of 220 total shots. He's let in 10 goals this entire playoff series, and you know, that just goes to show what he's been doing for this team, how he's had an impact. We know the impact that he's had. Let's not get that out of hand. He's been getting us to the point where we're at right now, and if we want to go any further, still it will remain on him or Linus Ullmark. It don't matter who's in the net, because those guys are the backbone of this team. Let's be honest, they really are, along with Marchand, Pastrnak. But from what the goaltending situation right now, the way Swayman's playing is influencing the game from the forwards, from the defense. The better Jeremy Swayman plays, the better the team feels like they need to play to pay him back for his services for this playoff series. But from what Boston.com, this seeming like what it seems like it's saying here is that everybody, I think, is now in agreement that Jeremy Swayman owns this net, and he'll decide if he comes out, if he's not feeling well, if he's a bit tired. But right now, he seems like a demon. He's a psycho. You know, that scrum in front of the net when he was on top of the puck, smiling and laughing, that's not a thing that you want to see the opposing goalie do when that you're getting dominated by him. So one thing, Jeremy Swayman, absolutely fantastic. Love him. We have to see him keep it up. I will be so excited. But let's move on to the second topic here now, which is Derek Forbort. Derek Forbort, he is back. And I mean physically back as well, but he is mentally back. He seemed last game like he didn't miss a beat, from, you know, the penalty kills he was on to missing nearly what I believe was 3 or 4 months. He seems like he didn't miss a step, and I was very hesitant, to be honest with you, when I seen him in this lineup. And I'm sure many other people were as well. I seen some people were saying that, you know, he's been out for so long, you're really trying to get him back in his first game back in a playoff scenario when you're playing the Florida Panthers, the beginning of the second round. And, you know, it was a pretty difficult decision to make, I guess, from a management standpoint, because of the situation they were in. But boy, did he prove us wrong. He proved us wrong a lot. I'll pull up the screenshot here from The Athletic. It says the 32-year-old defenseman recorded 18 minutes and 3 seconds of ice time in Boston's Game 1 win, landing 6 hits blocking 2 shots while helping Boston's penalty kill post a perfect 3-for-3 showing against Florida. It was an impressive re-entry for Forbort, who last logged his last shift on March 2nd. So, right, yeah, it was about 2 to 3 months at this point, and really is such a fantastic showing. Those stats of the block shots, time on ice, being on the penalty kill, the hits, all of that is really a good sign that he's back to full health. He's really willing to, put his body on the line, knowing what he's just came back from, putting his body on the line, doing everything he can to help the team win, with the risk of a re-injury. That's always in the back of a mind, especially coming back recently from an injury, let alone in your first game. So Derek Forbort, I'm very excited to see what they choose to do in Game 2, if he stays in the lineup, for Shattenkirk returns, what they choose to do from that whole scenario. But right now, I need to see another game from Derek Forbort, because from what we've seen last game, with these stats you can see highlighted there, he did very, very good in all sectors of his game. The offense, the defense, from whatever opportunity he was given, whatever he was told to do, he played it very well. And I think that's the perfect result in the mind for Derek Forbort as well. If he had came back, didn't play a great game, probably would have been in his head, but now he knows that he's back, he's ready, he's doing what he can to this team. This team is happy to have him back, and we are as well here. And I'm very excited to see, like I said, what he can do here in Game 2. But one more final topic here which is these guys are next level. I said I need to give a shout out to some of these players, some of the guys that we've spoken about briefly, but I really haven't dedicated a segment in a video for. But, I'm sure many of you guys know who we're talking about. We've spoken about in the comments. I've replied to a lot of them. I like them. Just talking about the guys that we do every video just about, but really haven't, like I said, given a segment to. And I just wanted to pull up this from, this is the Hockey Stat Card website from, these guys here, but it's from their website. And I just want to show, I just pull this up to be able to get a list of names up and show some stats for if you want to just, take a look at them. I want to start off with Justin Brazeau. Guy has been elite lately. Time on ice has been getting better. His skating, much better from when we've seen him start. He's a force on the ice. He's using his size. He's a dog, just like Jake DeBrusk is every shift. Whenever he's out there doing everything he can, and that's what we need at this point in the playoffs. In the playoffs here, is just doing everything he can to help get a win, put your body on the line, like Derek Forbort's been doing as well. Brandon Carlo hit a plane at 3 p.m. on game day, got to Florida just before the game at the birth of his son, goes out, scores a goal, and that was such a story. That's one we love to see. That story, fantastic. And Brandon Carlo, he's got that dad strength now, so we know he's going to be out there doing everything he can to get this team a win, as he has this entire season. Another one, Mason Lohrei, a guy who came up in the regular season, played very well, didn't make the playoff roster, definitely felt a bit disappointed in that. He's been playing well, he knew that he could get a spot on this team, but, the veterans had a bigger presence in the playoffs. But Mason Lohrei made the crack in the lineup halfway through the first round, and he is not leaving. He's been an absolute unit with another beautiful goal for him as well, in that Game 1 against the Panthers, right over the shoulder of Sergei Bobrovsky, and just really showing that, he's taking this seriously, he's ready for whatever comes, and he should have been in the lineup earlier against the Maple Leaf series. But Hampus Lindholm as well, obviously what we've seen in Game 7 against the Maple Leafs, but I could go on about every player on this team. Trent Fredric as well, another guy I've been a really big fan of lately, as his game has kind of evolved into a different aspect from what he used to play like. But like I said, I can go on about everybody on this team for, give me an hour and I'd still be talking about him, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out to just about everybody on this team. But some of those guys really there that have highlighted in some aspects of videos, but not given a dedicated segment to. So let me know what you think about these guys. We know these guys are ready to go at all times. These guys are going to need to keep this next level up if they want to have some more success in this Florida series. So let me know what you think about Swayman. Is he going to start? I think we know the answer to that right now, but I'm very excited to see. Let me know what you think about Derek Forbort, a very interesting one that I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about. But that's all I got here in this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to give it a like. Hit the sub button as well if you do not want to miss out on any Boston Bruins news. A lot of big stuff coming over these next few games and over the next few weeks for us, hopefully. No matter what, playoff series or not, we still got a lot of news coming to you, and you're not going to want to miss it. So, like I said, I'm signing up. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.